I can speak on what I've done, when I was, going through law school, not to mention how much it costs to actually go to law school, but after doing a 3-year degree, I had to do, when you go to law in the UK, you have to do something called an LPC, legal practice course, or you can become a barrister, which is a BTPC. And those courses, after the 3 years, that's an extra 1 year. And then thereafter, you need 2 years training. So it almost takes you 4 to 6 years to finish that process, just to qualify as a lawyer. So if you ask me how long does it take, well, it's going to take at least several years, almost half a decade on average. If you look into people who are doctors or engineers or architects, it's similar. What does it actually take? It takes time. It takes a certain level of commitment, but it is not an overnight procedure. It's not an overnight procedure. A lot of people, when they see other chairmen, all they see is the glory and they don't see the story. They don't see what they had gone through to actually achieve to that position. Become a professional sports player. To become a professional, yes, I know some people have raw talents, and I'm not going to say they don't. Some people are blessed with raw talent, but believe me, they have worked on that talent. They are continuously making it better and better. And to become a professional sports player, again, the amount and intensity of training is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. This business, and David Immunity for me is my mentor, he's my coach, and he has explained to me that there are 2 elements for success. And I'm going to go through 2 elements with you. The 2 elements for success. I accepted something a while ago, that I am only willing to listen to people who have the results that I want. My mentor would ask me, who do you listen to? When I first started this business, the first people who I had shown this opportunity to, I had told them that I'm doing Forex trading. They were the first people who were really close to me to say, don't do this. Trading, you lose money. It's gambling. Network marketing doesn't work. Pyramid, Ponzi, you get people, these things don't work. But when I looked at it, when I thought about it, afterwards I realized that the people who were giving me advice, they didn't have the success that I wanted. But yet I would be very much affected emotionally by what they would say. My mentor said to me, my mentor Abdullah Sand, who actually enrolled me, he said to me, who do you listen to? Only listen to the people who have the results that you want. And I said, I will live by that. If I'm doing personal training, my personal trainer, he has to have the results that I want. If he doesn't have the results, I will listen to him out of respect, but am I going to listen to him with my emotions? Am I going to take in and act upon what he's saying? Probably won't. Not probably, I will not. I will only listen to people who have the results that I want. And I've taken that to not only to this business, but any area or whatever I'm trying to learn in, I will only listen to people who have the results that I want. That's first and foremost. That's really important, because a lot of people take advice from people who don't have the results they want, but they take their advice. That doesn't make sense, in my opinion. If I'm learning to, get a great body, and my trainer is overweight or underweight, I'm going to think, well, if you couldn't do it, how can you help me do it? Who do you listen to is absolutely crucial. As I mentioned, listen to people who have what it is that you want. It is that simple. Nothing more, nothing less. Listen to people. If they've been down a specific journey, they can only take you down there if they've already been down there. They can tell you where the pitfalls are, what's going to be up ahead, what to do, because they've done it. They've experienced it. They're not just, reading from a book, regurgitating it. No, they've lived it. They've gone through that process. So there are 2 key elements to when it comes to doing stuff. 2 key elements. You have one side, which is the why, and one side, which is the how. So let's go through that. What is the why? See, the why is the way you think and feel. It is your motivation. And there's a list there. I'm not going to go through each one because you can see It's the thing that's keeping you going. Your main core reason. And there's a lot of words that we use to describe this feeling. Your dream, your compelling reason, your vision, your why. But ultimately, it's what's going on inside your head. The other side, the other element is the how. What is the how? It is the doing part. It is the work part, the technique, the physical action that you have to do, the physical steps that you have to do. And there is a big misconception upon how much weight we give to each. So let's just go through this. What goes on in your head is the why, and what you specifically know, or you specifically knowing what to do, is the how. So two sides of it. So 90 to 99%, now circle it, because you're going to have different eminent people, great people, who are saying 90%, some people say 99.9%, some people say 95%. I'm going to say 90 to 99% is to do the success that you want is in your head. 90 to 99% of your success that you want is in your head. Only 1 to 10% is specifically knowing what to do. However, that is a very important 1 to 10%. You need to do the work. However, it all starts in your head. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You become what you think about. Many, many people, eminent people, King Solomon, Napoleon Hill, and countless other people have said the same thing. And I love it when Bob Proctor says that throughout history, people have disagreed on many things, but there's one thing that every single person throughout history who's done something of value, someone who's very eminent, they've all agreed on one thing, that you become what you think about. It's not a consensus, it's not debatable, it's a fact. It is a fact. So what do you think about? So let's go through that. When it goes to your why, what is going in your head? If you don't have a goal, a reason of doing what you're doing, 90 to 99% is the process in your head. And the number one thing, if you listen to anyone all the way from Arnold Schwarzenegger to Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, David Immunity, Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, Alex Morton, they will all say the same thing, that you first and foremost, you need to have a goal. What do you want? You need to define your dream and make it your number one objective. And that is it. Now, when I first heard of this concept, I didn't understand what my goal, dream, objective had to do with building a business. I didn't understand, because I said, if you're asking for my goal, it's to make money. Isn't that every objective of any business? They said, no, what were you going to do with the money? I'm thinking, how is this relevant? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, that doesn't sound logical. And maybe coming from the legal background, I need logic. And someone once said to me, look, it's very simple. If you started your own business, how much would you spend to start your own business, a restaurant in the city of London, in central London? You're looking at $500,000. I said, okay. So where would you get that money from? I said, I'll get that money from savings or the bank, most likely the bank. Okay. You took £500,000 of the bank's money. How many hours a day would you give that business? Half an hour a day, 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week? I said, no, I'd give it almost 24 hours a day if I could. I'd give it everything I've got. They said, because you have got the biggest reason, you've got the biggest thing that is pushing you to do that, is that you've taken out £500,000 or $500,000 loan. So you've got a reason. But when you start network marketing, how much did it cost for you to enroll? Christopher Terry has made this so affordable. He's made it less than a few $100s. It's not enough. The thing that's going to push you is not enough. The only thing that's going to push you to do what you need to do is the reason why you're doing it. So you need to give yourself a reason. I know I'm using a background you can see. I'm using because every time I see it, I believe it, and I'm visualizing where I want to live. But behind me, actually, there's a wall. And if someone said to me, hey, this wall, can you break it? I'd think, no, why? Why would I break a wall? Doesn't sound right. But if someone said to me, look, behind this wall, there is $100 bill. And if you break this wall, you can have it. Am I going to break this wall? And I think, well, to break a wall, I'd need a power drill, or maybe I need a sledgehammer. It's only $100. I'm just thinking, I don't know, probably not. But if someone gave me one last option and said, behind this wall, there's your family and there's a fire, and the only way to get to them is through that wall, I'm breaking that wall. I don't care how. I know I'm going to break that wall because you've given me the biggest reason. See, you learning how to trade, or you learning how to build this business, that's the how. When you have a strong why, the how doesn't matter. The how doesn't matter. It's the why. Why are you doing it? When you realize you'll find your why, you almost become unstoppable. There is no way that you are not going to go through that brick wall. You're going to find a way. And that is what it is. It's about having that kind of attitude, having that kind of mentality, and that kind of fuel. Because we do a lot of things out of fear. Fear is a motivation. But in this business, we don't make fear our motivation. We are pulled towards something higher that we want, not out of fear of losing job, making those payments. You're gonna be homeless. You won't have money to, for your family, to secure your family, to feed them and clothe them. So in this business, the other way around, you're using something that you want as your fuel, not a negative, not because you've taken out a loan and you started a business and you need to go all out. No. It's the other way around. Now, this is so important that if you do not do this process, everything else I'm going to show you is become irrelevant. If you understand that you need to have a goal, everything else will become easy. Now, the biggest mistake I was making, and I did this for years, and I wish someone had really, it wasn't a question of someone really telling me, I wasn't quite ready to kind of accept and digest the next thing. Because when you have your goal, and David Immunitier, God bless his soul, he is the one who's drilled this into my head. When you have a goal, your number one objective, number one, above everything else, is to feel good right now. Not tomorrow. Not when you get your goal. Not when you get your, whatever you want, put a house there or a car or a rank. Not when you get your rank. Not when you hit Chairman. You feel good today. Now, this is something which I didn't understand. Because my argument was, well, David, how can I feel good? I haven't even got it. And David said, you need to lie to yourself. David, he plays on words. He said, did you know that word believe? You're going to believe that it's already yours? He goes, in that word believe is the word lie. You have to lie to yourself to assist yourself. But guess what? We already believe so many lies that we tell ourselves about ourselves, the limitations that we put on ourselves. So if we're already lying to ourselves in so many things, we believe so many things that people have said to us when we were young, and we hold on to it, why wouldn't you lie to yourself about something that's going to assist you? Feel good right now about what it is. Once you feel good and you have that attitude, then the dream will manifest. It's not the other way around. Because in traditional world, they will say, well, that doesn't make sense because I can only feel good when I get the goal in the dream. I can't do it before. Well, that's not the way it's done. It's the other way around. And the quicker you understand that, the quicker you start moving ahead. This was something I wasn't doing because I'm the type of guy, if I want something, I want it now. Well, I'm not that guy no more. Because I've learned by being in this company, by really devoting myself to personal self-development, that's not the way it's done. So feel good right now. Write it down. Think about it. I mean, someone said to me, what is your goal? I said, yeah, I know, it's in here. They said, write it down. I said, why have I got to write it down? Am I at school? They said, if you're not even willing to take a pen to paper and write down your goal, you're not very serious about it. You don't believe that you can achieve it because you're not willing to write it down. I said, fine, okay, I'll write it down. After you write it down, he goes, put it in view. And don't know if many of you people on this call, if you've watched a documentary, famous documentary called The Secret. It's on Netflix. It was on YouTube. It was a massive hit. And they talk about having a vision board. Well, my mentor, 𝐷𝐻𝐻, he told me, I don't believe in vision boards. I believe in vision environments. Not having it in one specific place, having it all over. If you were to come to my room now, my room is crazy. My form of decorating is having my goals, A-type goals, B-type goals, all over my wall. That's my form of decorating. It's on the bathroom, it's on the sink, mirror. It's inside my cupboard, outside my cupboard. It's on my car dashboard. It's when you go downstairs, it's different places. It's on my phone screensaver. It's on my phone background. It's on my laptop background. It's on my wallet. I put it onto my wallet. I mean, you name it, I've got it. It's in my diary. It's literally everywhere I look, I can see my goal. Out of sight, out of mind. You need to put it so it reminds you what you're doing. Consciously or subconsciously, you're going to be seeing it. So keeping it in view. Goal cards. We learned this from Bob Proctor. I learned from 𝐷𝐻𝐻, carrying around goal cards. My goal card, actually, I've propped it on my car dash, and I take it and I read that goal card every day. I will sit, read it, and there's different processes. Maybe you want to read it at night, maybe in the morning. But the point is to have it and refer to it frequently. You write down what it is that you want, and you keep it with you. Hey, 𝐷𝐻𝐻, I love when he says that believing costs you nothing, but doubting costs you everything. Ladies and gentlemen, having a goal is the most single important thing that you can do in your life. It changed my life, having a goal. 𝐷𝐻𝐻, man of words, and he says, what does goal mean? GOAL, go out and live. Go out and live. As I mentioned, having on posts as affirmations. I remember getting my goal card. I went down to the local shop and I made laminated A4 sized goal cards, massive posters, and I put them everywhere. That's what's all over my room. I've got different affirmations, different things. But having a goal is so important that if you could be an amazing networker, you have all the skills and not have a goal, you most likely fail in the business. Whereas if you have a goal, but you're an average networker, you're not so sharp on the presentation, whatever, that's okay. If you got a goal, you're going to make it. That's how powerful it is. So I hope we're good on goals. Let's go to number 2. This is my goal. My wife and I, we've got a goal together. We are so happy and grateful now that we have 10 Chairman 10s in and above in our IM organization by 21st December 2020. That's it. David said, you read it, you have it on a goal card. It's an affirmation which is on A4 poster. It's all over my room. It's all over. And I read that and I just simply have to believe it. That's it. That's my only job. Believing costs you nothing. Doubting costs you everything. 𝐷𝐻𝐻, I want what you have. You have the success that I want. I will listen to you. If you ask me to jump, I'll say, how high? That's the kind of mentality. Personal self-development. This is absolutely crucial. The level of your leadership is going to determine the level and growth of your team. The level of how much you personally develop is going to determine how much your team is going to grow and develop. That's it. So how do we get in personal self-development? Listening to audios and reading books daily. Now, if you're anyone like me, I don't like reading. Scratch that. I used to not like reading. I make myself read. How? Very simple. First thing is I carry a book with me wherever I go. I carry it with me. It's in my briefcase, or sometimes I carry it in my hand. Even if I'm going to different places in the house, I carry it with me. Carry it with me. Out of sight, out of mind. If it's in sight, it's in mind. That's the first step. Secondly, I started to read about people that I admired. I started to read, Martin Luther King, biography, autobiography, Malcolm X, Mahatma Gandhi. Read about people that I admired. Why? Because that will get me into reading. From there, then I started to read the books which were really important, like Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And Rhonda Byrne's written so many books, The Secret, The Magic, The Hero, The Power. I'm reading at the moment, See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. The Magic of Thinking Big. Countless countless books. And these books, I've just actually ordered Psycho-Cybernetics. One of my all-time favorites is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, Dr. Steiner. Amazing books. If you don't like reading books, you're like me. Carry it with you. You'll start. It's there. You're just saying, let me pick it up. Now, audios is something which I find much, much easier. These headphones I'm wearing now, I literally do not leave my house without them. Every opportunity I get, if I'm in the car, I'm not listening to music, I'm listening to audio. When someone says what to listen to. Now, personally, and it depends on, go back to your chairman leader to see what material they recommend. But what we have in our team is an audio which we live by, which is Conceive, Believe, and Achieve by David Immonetier. Chairmen 750. So SoundCloud is on YouTube. For me, that is one of my all-time greatest audios. It's an interview with David Immonetier, and he talks about the mindset and the skill set. And I've listened to that. My senior once told me, Abdullah Sandu, Chairman 50, he said, look, if you listen to this audio 4 or 5 times, that's great. It's amazing, really good. But you want to know the truth? Until you don't listen to this audio 100 times, you're not going to know what David Immonetier is talking about. Wow, I listened to it probably over 100 times. In that audio, David mentions 5 other audios. The Magic of Believing by Cloud Bristol. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. 21 Secrets of Wealth Creation by Kevin Trudeau. And finally, The Quantum Leap by Mark Yarnell. These audios I have listened to over and over and over and over and over and over again. I can't even tell you how many times I've heard it. It's been countless times. You put them on, I can probably speak along with it. Because that is what David Immonetier did. That's what his mentor has done, and so on. So I'm going to copy what successful people are doing. That is it. So personal self-development is an absolutely must. David Immonetier once said to my team, actually at an event, he says, if I come into your car and you're playing anything apart from personal self-development, if you're not playing personal self-development, you're not going to go chairman. That's how much importance is placed on personal self-development. Last thing is commitment. Commitment. Now, people will think, oh my God, commitment. Oh my God, that scary word, commitment. Did you know that you're very comfortable with that word commitment? If anyone on this call has a job, is in a relationship, married, or goes to the gym, you're in a commitment. You're very comfortable with that word commitment. When you hear in network marketing, oh my God, commitment, oh my God, well, I have to commit. You do it anyway. But commitment is important, and sticking to that commitment. Now I'm going to show you 2 options, a little scenario. This is the power of duplication. Option A, let's just say someone on this call, if you were to come and meet me every day, I would give you £100,000, or $100,000 if that makes it easier. Every single day, but only for 31 days. So after 31 days, you would have 3.1 million. Yeah, so 100,000 every single day, only for 31 days. That's option A. Now, option B is that if you come and see me, I'll give you a penny. On the second day, I'll give you 2p. Third day, 4p, and so on. Fourth day, 8p, 16, 32, 64, £1.28. And I'll do that for 31 days only. Now, if you haven't seen this before, if I ask you to choose an option A or option B, most people will say, I'll have option A, because I can see that it's going to be more than option B. But did you know option B, on the 31st day, is 10.7 million? 3 times more than option A. Why? Because this is called the power of duplication, the compound effect. It is absolutely incredible. Anything was to function on this format, it is unstoppable. Now, people who choose option A are more of the employer, put there in brackets, employee mindset, because they're seeing that you're going to get something at the end. It's like a wage. You're going to get this wage. But option B is more of the big business owner mindset, where you don't know what's going to happen, but the returns are going to be absolutely huge after being committed to it because look, if you think about it, almost on the 8th day, 9th day, you're still in, you're in almost the pennies, literally. But after a while, it starts to become so huge, it's unstoppable. And that's what we use in our business. It is the power of duplication, which Albert Einstein called the 8th wonder of this world. He says if something is to function on this format, it is unstoppable. So guys, that is the why. And the why is 90 to 99% of your success is in the why. But also you need to do the how. So let's go into the how. What is the how? In the business, we call it 3 Ps, but knowing how to use or what to do with these 3 Ps is absolutely crucial. The first P is prospecting. What is prospecting? Prospecting is getting people interested in what we do. It's not showing the plan, it's getting people interested. It's getting people to be invited, getting them on a call. So in order to do that, you first and foremost need to build a list. Now, I love it when David Diamonitti says, if you speak to a lot of people in network marketing, you make a lot of money. If you speak to a small amount of people, you make a small amount of money. That's it. So first and foremost, you need to build a list. And this list is need to be long. If your list is 5, 6, 7, 10 people, and you're going through your list, your posture, your confidence is going to be smaller than if you had a big list. Why? Very simple. If I have 5 people on my list, and I think these are the 5 people who are going to join, I go to the first one, he says no, second one says no, third one says no. I'm going to be thinking, oh my God, I've only got a few people left and my confidence is going to be low. And if I come across even a hint of desperation, people will run a mile. I found that when people feel that you don't need them to join for you to be successful, they end up joining. But if people feel that you need them to join for you to become successful, most likely they won't join. Psychology. Build a list. When I started this business, I built a list of over 150 people. I wrote down everyone that I knew. You could put them in categories: hot, warm, and cold. Hot people are very close to you, your close family, your best friend, your cousin, your work colleagues, very close. And then warm is going to be your majority of your list. Your ex-work colleagues, your friends from different cities, your friends from school, college, university, friends from a different workplace, friends from a different area. It's going to make up a majority. They know you, but maybe you haven't seen each other for a few years, but you know each other quite well, but you don't see each other every day, so you're in the warm. And obviously, last one, you have cold. Cold is where you never met them before. They're cold, social media. And what we say is start with your hot and warm. Always start with the hot and warm. Cold people don't know you. Hot and warm people, they know you. More likely to do business with you. So building a list, getting people interested in what we do, not showing the presentation. People get confused. On prospecting, you're not showing or going through the slides or going through you're getting people interested. Prospecting is a term that used to be used in the olden days, prospecting for gold, going through the dirt to get the gold. That's what we're doing. We're looking for the gold. We're looking for the leaders in our organization. It will come natural, and you need to get it to come natural. And I love, we've got so many trainings out on it and the processes. And for me, I've seen a process done by David Diamonitti and Matt Rosa. Matt Rosa done an unbelievable training where he shows a 4-step process. Number 1 is be in a hurry. Be in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, it creates some kind of curiosity. People are less likely to ask you more questions, but being in a hurry, it helps. Number 2, clear the schedule. Clearing the schedule is the dates they have to meet you. Number 3 is show value. Showing value. I'm not going to go into this training because it can be a rather long training, but showing value is you in some shape or form, giving them a little bit of value about what we do, or giving them a value so that they come and take a look at what we do. And the last thing is take it away. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please watch Matt Rosa's training bootcamp he did on in inviting and prospecting. And David Diamonitti has audio, Conceive, Believe, Achieve. He explains it all in that audio. Work on your social media. This is the future, especially during the pandemic, COVID-19. Everyone is pretty much online or doing a lot of things online. And social media, your profiles, your platform, it is something which it needs to be utilized. And people think, social media, I'm going to go straight to my cold. No. You can use social media for your hots and warms. You're connecting with people that you know is sometimes much easier and better than connecting with people you don't know. Social media. So prospecting is not showing the presentation, as I mentioned. It is getting people interested. Now, the next P is presenting. Exposing people to the opportunity. How do you do that? Many, many ways. We all know that we have presentation slides, which you can download from the back office. If you go to im.center, you go to where it says academies, you go to where it says learning resources, everything's there. From the IBO handbook to your next rank flyer, the template, to the presentation, to the launch document, it's all there. And you're going through the presentation. Now, you could be doing everything else, but if you are not presenting to people who are able to make a decision to enroll, you're not doing the business. You could be doing everything else, but if you are not in front of somebody by way of Zoom, a webinar, or any kind of webinar software, or meeting them, you're not doing the business. Now, there are many ways to show the business. You can, of course, do a presentation like we're doing now, one-to-one. You could do it in a group setting. Some people like to send in the link. What is im.info? There are different ways. The most effective, of course, is going to be the one-to-one, because you can answer the questions. It's just one person you're speaking to. It's going to be a bit more better than a group setting. So as I mentioned, there are different ways of doing it. I would say, or prefer to do the one-to-one first and then move to the webinar and then to the event. There's different things happening in different countries, different ways of doing it. I'm not going to say one over the other is better. I would say follow whatever your leader is doing. And then they're pretty much going to be doing something similar to what we're showing you. Austin Godsey, Chairman 100, I love it when he says that presenting is something called IPA, income producing activities. There are many things in businesses which give you, or there are an area which is income producing activity in IPA. In our business, it is presenting. If you are not presenting to somebody and you've done everything else, your goal card, your personal self-development, you're committed, and but you're not showing the presentation, you are not doing the business. You are not doing the business. So presenting, we just need to get good at it. It's literally reading off slides. Reading off slides, you're always going to know more than the person you're showing it to. If you tell them Forex trading is a $1 trillion industry, they're going to say yes. Okay, later on, they'll find out it's more. It's over $6.6 trillion. That's okay. You're new, you're learning. Whatever you say, they're gonna believe you because they don't know. You're gonna know more than them. You just keep doing that and you get better and better, and then you will be able to deliver an effective presentation. What I did is I just watched my senior do it. I watched David Eminiti present. Well, he has many videos on YouTube. Watch your chairman leader, chairman elite, whoever you want to watch their presentations and just copy them. Ones that you like, copy their material. That's all it is. And the last P is promoting. Promoting pays big money, as Jim Rohn says. Promotion pays big money. Promoting what? People say, well, what to promote? Promoting the company, the industry, the Forex trading, network marketing, promoting I promote my senior all the time. I've promoted my senior probably 10 times on this call already. Promoting your sponsor. But the main thing to promote are the events and the Zoom webinars. Now, currently, there are 10 times more Zoom webinars, boot camps going on than physical events. So you promote them. And a promotion doesn't mean that you put the flyer in your WhatsApp group and said, I've promoted it. No. Promotion is you calling your people, your team members, your guests and say, get on this call, get on this call. You're promoting the events. Because if you are to promote the events, that's going to do half your work for you. You are getting your people to be exposed to your seniors, to the chairman leaders, the different IM educators. You're getting them exposed to the bigger picture rather than just yourself. Promotion pays big money. Austin Godsey once, on an audio I listened to, I actually love what he said. He said, Mike Tyson is worth a few $1 million. Mike Tyson, the legend himself, the boxer, Mike Tyson is worth a few $1 million. Mike Tyson's promoter, Don King, is worth $250 million US, $250 million. Why or how? He promotes the fights. He's a promoter. Promotion pays big money. Jim Rohn. All we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is just get good at these small little things and doing it consistently over a period of time. Success is inevitable. Chairman rank is inevitable. Talking about the events, obviously the IM International event of 2020, we had one in London. It's in my hometown. It was absolutely incredible. I know due to the pandemic, the next event is most likely going to be in the coming year, but whatever it is, I'm the first to buy the ticket. I'm the first to buy the ticket. And now, obviously, because of now being the chairman, I usually bulk buy for the team because I know I'm getting my people, I'm promoting the events. And how do you promote the event? You be the first to buy the ticket. People, your team will do as you do, not as you say. And this business, we lead by example. So very quick summary, how and why. 2 elements. Misconception, some people say, well, it should be 50-50, 60-40, 70-30. No, 90 to 99% is the why. That is the important part, the goals, personal self-development, commitment. And the how, 1 to 10%, prospecting, presenting, and promoting. This is the way it is. So I think that is, yeah. I'm not going to go on any further onto the slides because the slides are really, it doesn't matter what slides you have, the message is pretty much the same. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been part of this industry for, I think, actually doing the industry, it's been 5-6 years. And I can honestly say to you, my first 3 years, it was very tough. I didn't make any money at all, literally no money. And I'd given up on the industry, but I was so fortunate. I was so lucky that I met my wife in network marketing. I met her in our first company and she was in a different team. And when I met her, it was love at first sight. I saw her and I said, that's the one I want to marry. That's it. It was love at first sight. And she continued doing network marketing. I stopped, but she kept me connected. And then thankfully, we subsequently, after we stopped doing it, we met a gentleman by the name of 𝐻𝐻𝐻, who's my mentor, Chairman 50, almost Chairman 100. And he showed me the way. And without him, I wouldn't be here. And then his sponsor is obviously Mr. David Imanitier, who I'm indebted to. That man has changed my life. And all I did was say to myself, humbled myself, even though, you may have heard of lawyers, very arrogant. So I was very arrogant. I thought, I know it. I'm a lawyer. I know how to do this. But I said, Abdullah said to me, who do you listen to? I'm willing to listen to people who have the results that I want. That is it. And just by doing those small things, Chairman 25, push it on to Chairman 50, it's not only changed my life, it's changed my family's life. My young son, it's definitely changed his life. He doesn't even know it, but it's actually going to change the future generations' lives. So it's coming up to an hour now. I really want to thank you for coming onto this call. And what I'm going to do now, because I've been up for almost 22 hours now, I'm actually going to go to bed because I have to wake up very early tomorrow. Because in this business, for me, it's not work. I love doing this business. And it's just something which network marketing pays you on the back end. David Imanitier, he said to me, don't look at what's going to happen in the next 6 months, 12 months. Look at the person you're going to become in the next 2 years, next 18 months. And we're not saying you're not going to earn any money before that. You're going to earn money. But what I'm saying is to get something, what some would say is life-changing, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time, just like any other industry or profession. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for logging on to the call. I will end this call now, and I appreciate everyone to log on. I know the different times in the US, it's much earlier, but in the UK, it's actually the very early hours. So once again, thank you very much, and I will terminate this call now. Thank you.